When Diddy's arrest made headlines last September, Katt Williams didn't waste a moment. He posted an edited AI image on Instagram, blending Diddy's mugshot with a classic New Jack City scene, and joked, "Diddy about to snitch on everybody." The clip spread fast, and suddenly everyone online was repeating the same punchline. But Katt didn't treat it like a throwaway joke. In older interviews, he had mentioned people like Tyler Perry, Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey, and ludicrous comments many assumed were just part of his usual comedic edge. With new attention on Diddy's legal troubles, some viewers began looking back at those names in a different light. Now, discussions around those old statements are resurfacing as fans compare them with the broader conversations happening around the case. Whether coincidence or intuition, Katt's remarks have sparked fresh curiosity. And today, we're looking at how a comedian's offhand jokes ended up circling back into a much bigger public conversation.
Hey Shay, yeah, I was trying to do something there that hadn't been done. I thought that I had figured out the algorithm mathematically, and I thought that I could show that. And when I wrote it out to kill the careers of the people I was talking about, right? But it was so vicious that I erased all of the knockout blows and just left the jabs, so that the comic I'm talking about knows that I know your real story. I'm gonna tell this, but you know what else I know. So, yeah, I was.
Do you want to tell any of those stories now?
Well, I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
So Katt Williams said it. The lawsuit started coming out right after he said it, and he said all would be exposed. He heavily implied, and this is again an allegation, that Lucien Grange was having some sort of a homosexual relationship with Diddy. So he is the person that controls Diddy, that Lucien Grange was aware of these parties, that Universal Music Group was aware of these parties, essentially that Diddy is the thug and the gangster working on behalf of Lucien Grange. They did not know that he was reporting them. I mean, when I read through that lawsuit, Rodney made it very clear that he had hidden cameras. And if you are a person like LeBron who says ain't no party like a Diddy party, you got Ashton Kutcher talking about what happens at Diddy parties stays at Diddy parties. And finally you learn via the press that actually Diddy has been collecting evidence on all of you, and you don't know where those tapes are. That will buy your silence for quite some time, because you're hoping that if you keep your head low, you're not going to be revealed as one of these people that was engaged in some of these acts, whether they were heterosexual or homosexual. It doesn't matter. Maybe you're just cheating on your wife and you don't want that to get out into the public. Maybe you were, as Katt Williams described it, in one of the rooms. He said you could just walk around the house. He said this on stage years ago, that you could walk around the house and you would see people engaged in various sex acts. And again, Katt Williams was someone who was dismissed as crazy and dismissed as a drug addict. And it turned out that, or it seems that if these allegations are proven to be true, and I believe they are, then he was telling the truth.
Do you think that like stars and get offered that kind of thing, like to compromise themselves sexually for entertainment?
I was as shocked as anybody about how powerful Harvey Weinstein was at the time that I was meeting with him, and how he could not be told no. You follow what I'm saying?
They'll figure out some way.
Right. So I thought that didn't apply to me because I don't care about nothing but bitches and good business, right? In these scary situations, I don't even leave it up to me. Like, I'm going to do what the superhero would do in this part of the movie, regardless.
That's a good way to think about things in general.
Another name that often comes up in these discussions is Ricky Smiley. Over the years, he attended several private industry events in Atlanta, the kind where the guest list was tightly managed and only a select group got access. Being part of those circles helped him meet the right people, expand his visibility, and eventually move into radio and television with real momentum. Katt Williams once joked that Ricky only shines in a dress, but the punchline was really about something else. It hinted at the idea that Ricky's rise didn't happen overnight. It grew from early connections he made before he ever became a familiar voice on the mic. Whether people agree with Katt or not, it's clear his comments pushed fans to look more closely at how relationships and opportunities shape careers in the entertainment world.
You bought a military base in Alabama. Is that true? A military base?
As starving comedians would do.
Now, I don't know if you're being truthful or not. Did you really buy one?
Yeah, Fort McClellan. Yeah, what? Because the reason why like my life works in golf and off the golf course is because I follow instruction well, right? Mm-hmm. So if I see somebody do a good job, I just want to do a good job.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow the example.
Yeah.
Right? So Tyler Perry got a military base.
That's correct.
Made it into a movie studio and started making movies. Katt Williams
Bought a military base. Are you making movies?
I'm not wearing dresses. Making movies.
You're missing the point. At what point in Tyler Perry's career was he Samuel L. Jackson or Denzel Washington? Which are the only two black men I can think of that never had a dress on.
Yeah, but I don't think it's about
at one point, it is about that. It is about that because he's the only black man that we already established has $1 billion for making movies. He's the only black man with his own studio, but he's also putting out material where he got a goddamn dress on every year.
Because
every time you turn around at every iteration of his success, be it the plays that took over and got him popular, be it the shit that he did on TBS, be it the first movies that he did, be it the movies that he does now. So what is his excuse for doing Madea content now?
Because there's an audience for it.
There's an audience for it.
There is an audience.
There's an audience for it.
Tyler Perry told his male actors they're not allowed to consort with me because I saw you at a Diddy party, Tyler. And you were having a glorious time. I spent a lot of time in Miami and I snuck around Star Island quite a bit. I know Christian isn't lying, but I need him to tell me what happened to my friends. And I don't care how long it's been since I talked to them. They will always be my friends. Always. Tim and Durrett and Lamont Rucker were not the same after they went on camera with Tyler Perry. Christian, I think you can tell me why.
Steve, Harvey and Cedric, the entertainer, often get pulled into these conversations as well. Katt Williams has publicly claimed that Harvey used an idea he once pitched and that Cedric borrowed one of his older jokes years ago. Those accusations grab attention, but they're only part of the broader picture. Katt points to both Harvey and Cedric have crossed paths with Diddy at various high-profile charity galas supported by Bad Boy-funded initiatives. They've hosted events aimed at raising money for education programs, youth outreach, and community projects. And on those stages, they've offered public thanks to Diddy for his contributions. These appearances don't imply wrongdoing, but they do highlight how interconnected the entertainment and philanthropy worlds can be. Those polished speeches, handshakes, and photo op smiles reveal a side of industry networking most audiences never witnessed, showing how influence often moves behind the scenes long before it reaches the spotlight.
You Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday after next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one. Why no? He was with KD. He beat up Terry Crews. Why nobody know this story? And Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract. That's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
But when you reported a long time ago that Jamie, that he mysteriously got sick, mysterious, they looked at it as alleged it was Diddy. But how do you, but when you reported that back then, months ago, did you say, what was that in your reporting? Yep, they were saying that Diddy, because Diddy and Jamie Foxx were good friends. And they broke up, they stopped being friends. And they and no, I'm telling what they said. They that wait. They that wait on the Lord.
All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the house. I Googled you to see what are the questions that people are wanting to know. Is Ricky Smiley married?
No.
Have you ever been married?
I was married.
Oh,
I was married for 12 years.
When?
Man, I was married back.
Did I know you?
Back in the 90s. I think we probably had met and had been around each other, but my ex-wife, we are still close. She's a flight attendant for Delta.
Oh, okay.
And we was married. We was young. And I was married for 12 years.
Wow.
I had a beautiful, she's beautiful.
And y'all broke up after 12 years because...
I started doing Comic View and the street store.
Oh, no.
Reach of these connections extends into unexpected places, including the faith community. Bishop T.D. Jakes once delivered a sermon at a large gospel event that Diddy's team helped sponsor. It had the scale of a major concert VIP sections, bright press walls, and a production style closer to a music launch than a traditional church gathering. Behind the worship music and messages were also industry figures, publicists, and cultural influencers who were invited through Bad Boy's promotional network. Katt Williams has occasionally mentioned Jakes in his commentary, using it to illustrate how entertainment, branding, and spirituality sometimes overlap in ways the public doesn't always notice. His point isn't about personal accusations, but rather about how Diddy's presence in media and culture has blended into spaces far beyond music. It's a reminder that these events often operate at the intersection of pop culture, celebrity influence, and faith-based outreach, a mix that can feel unusual if you're only seeing it from the outside.
Jam 25. It's good to see so many funny people together in one room, all wondering the same thing. Is Katt Williams gonna show up? Shit, I'm nervous as hell right now.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he's right there. There he is. I didn't know he was right there. I would not have said that if I had seen that.
Yeah.
Not used to quiet, introspective Katt Williams.
No.
But let me ask you this. When have you ever seen this many heavy hitters all together at the same time?
Yes.
In the same room? Yeah.
Right.
All right, Jen is with me now to talk about another story making headlines today.
Yeah, so this one is actually sparked by these pictures. That's 49-year-old P. Diddy with his hand on his girlfriend's belly. Now, that is 22-year-old Lori Harvey. They're in Cabo. She's, of course, talk show host Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. People are talking about maybe she could be pregnant. You know, he's rubbing her belly a little bit, but...
She's put up some Instagrams, I think, that show some clues. Sushi, right? Sushi, a bad thing for pregnancy.
It could go either way. But then also she posted this picture of green juice, which, you know, why would you want a flatter tummy if you really can't avoid it because you're carrying a child?
Ooh, this is conflicting evidence. Okay. Lori was once actually linked to Diddy's son, Justin.
Okay.
Okay, so they were together and then engaged a couple years ago to a Dutch soccer player. She told Carissa Thompson about how he popped the question.
We were in Malibu. I remember the time. It was 11:30. I thought it was a joke. And then he went in his pocket and I started shaking.
They split up later on that year. Tori and Sean were actually spotted with her dad, Steve, on a boat in Italy earlier on this summer.
That's all. Well, then that's it. He's given the blessing. They're together.
And Hart often enters the conversation as well, especially when people discuss how rising stars navigate the industry. Katt Williams has joked that Hart's biggest films from Ride Along to Night School move forward with support from powerful circles behind the scenes. When you look at the production details, you'll see that some of Diddy's business ventures or affiliated companies have occasionally appeared in soundtracks, co-production roles, or broader promotional partnerships. Several of Hart's comedy specials also ended up on platforms that, at different points, maintain distribution relationships with bad boy-connected entities. None of this proves anything dramatic, but it does highlight how intertwined entertainment networks can be. Partnerships, investments, and cross-promotions often overlap more than the public realizes.
Is on that list. And, you know, Katt Williams, I don't know if he's a Christian or not. I don't think he is. His mouth would say maybe he's maybe has faith, but he's bearing fruits of repentance. But that podcast got well over millions and millions of views because he just blasted the industry. And basically the whole thing is your career's here. If we give you money and you join in on this debauchery, you join in on this sodomy, you join in on this pedophilia, you join in on these rituals, your career will go from here to here. And that's actually been seen if you look at a lot of different careers, including Taylor Swift's. She actually started rubbing shoulders with P. Diddy a long time ago, and then all of a sudden her career changed.
Now, we also know that T.D. Jakes is allegedly also a power bottom. And he's a much older man. And they say he's very enthusiastic in his endeavors. What happens when he pops something loose? You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because they're mentioning sex workers, but they're not mentioning women. They're mentioning men as sex workers.
Yeah.
Like is that a thing where like there's a website of what? It's just wild to hear like you mentioned the
You
normal.
never heard of Grindr?
I personally have not. That is what.
Why don't nobody ever talk about the fact that TD Cakes has an account allegedly on Grindr?
Then there's Ludacris. Katt Williams often brings him up with a mix of humor and over-the-top conspiracy talk, joking that only a massive, mysterious organization could help secure a contract worth hundreds of millions. It's classic Katt, part satire, part exaggeration, and not meant to be taken literally. What matters more are the real-world collaborations that actually shape their careers. Ludacris and Diddy have crossed paths for years.
He turned down $50 million 4 times.
No, he didn't.
To protect his integrity and his virgin hole.
No, he didn't. He did that. He did that to say that Kevin Hart took $50 million to unvirgin his hole.
Can you explain a little bit?
No, I just told you what happened with that.
So you don't believe Katt when he says that he turned down $50 million 4
No,
times?
I believe that was a punch at what he did, what Kevin Hart did for that movie Get Hard. He showed y'all what he did. He sucked Will Ferrell's to get hard. Now he's high. Now he's acting all hard. Every picture he just short. He wasn't ready. All that. It's the same thing.
I said it, and this sums it up well. Like you don't entertain the circus, you watch it, right? And when a lion comes out and rides the bike, you don't think about it too hard. You just go, okay, that's crazy. The lion's riding the bike, and then you go home and enjoy the rest of your day. I don't feed into the stuff at all. At the end of the day, it's all entertainment to a certain degree. So you just hope that people can be smart enough and have a tremendous amount of logic to just go and possibly do research or fact check. And if they do, then great. If they don't, then kudos to that as well. I I just don't have the time for it. There's too much going on.
In my opinion, one of the ones that affects me the most is Justin Bieber.
Do you have the Kevin Hart one?
Which is odd, Pat, because he gets caught saying that he would wake up next to him and then he changes it and says we would fight off over the Frosted Flakes. Even Kevin Hart is uncomfortable because you're admitting that you were sleeping next to a freaking child. And it's like, I'm tired of hearing all these stories and people just laugh about it. We giggle it. This is it right here.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause.
Look, pause.
I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was
10 years
a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted
Wake up
Flakes.
Taylor Usher.
He used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live.
Guest features on each other's projects, shared festival lineups, and tribute performances honoring Biggie where they've appeared on the same stage. Those moments point to long-term professional respect and a shared history in the music scene. Katt frames it in dramatic, tongue-in-cheek fashion, but you don't need hidden societies or secret signals to understand the connection. The public partnerships alone show a relationship built through music, performances, and decades of working in the same circles.